So, good morning, boys. Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm very happy with the assignment part, whichever what you have done of remainder and factor theorem. Most of the boys have done all the sums correctly. Okay. Hardly one or two sums were there in which few boys were not able to proceed, but still I'm giving you the time to do the questions. But today we are going to start with a new topic, that is matrices. And tomorrow will be off, and on Monday when I will take the class, then I will continue with the topic matrices again. Okay. Okay. So let us start with the topic matrices. Actually, matrices is the plural of matrix. Okay, many matrices together, many matrix together are called matrices. So it is a plural of matrix. Now, what is the meaning of matrix? A rectangular arrangement of numbers or elements or objects, you can say, in the form of horizontal and vertical lines and enclosed by the brackets or parentheses. Mostly the rectangular brackets only, okay, not parentheses, but sometimes they write in the form of parentheses also, is called a matrix. Or simply, in other words, you can say an arrangement of certain objects, elements, okay, or numbers in the form of certain number of rows and certain number of columns, that is called a matrix. Like you have already seen the soldiers marching together in the Republic Day parade. They formed a certain number of rows, certain number of columns. Many of you are in NCC also. So whenever you do the parade, you arrange yourself in certain number of rows and certain number of columns. That means you are forming a matrix over there unknowingly. Okay. So this is just an arrangement. And in what manner matrix is written? Just remember that it is written inside the rectangular bracket. Okay. Or sometimes parentheses also bracket. The horizontal lines matrix are called its rows. Okay. And vertical lines are called its columns. Okay. Horizontal lines and vertical lines. Horizontal lines are rows and vertical lines are columns. So just remember, now talking about the order of a matrix. The order of any matrix of number of rows and number of columns. Whatever number of rows it has and whatever number of columns it has, okay, where rows are always written first. Rows are always written first. Just remember this. Okay, just keep it in your mind that rows are always written first and columns afterwards, and the product is read as row by column. Okay, row by column, and the order is read as not row into column, row by column. Just remember, it is read as row by column. That what is the order of matrix? 3 by 4 or 2 by 4 or 2 by 5. Suppose there are in a NCC march past, suppose there are 5 rows. and 6 columns. So you will say that the order of the matrix is 5 by 6. Okay. Now I have given you in the form of example also, like ABC in a rectangular bracket. I have written the elements separately. ABC, this is the first row, and PQR, this is the second row. Horizontal lines are known as rows. I have marked it separately also. These are called the rows. And if you go through the columns, A and P is the first column, B, Q is second column, and C and R is the third column. Okay, so vertical lines are representing columns and the horizontal lines are representing, and as I told you that the rows are written first. So at the top I have written row by column. I have written R into C. It is read as row into column. Okay, but read as what? Row by column. It is written as row into column, but read as row by column. And how many rows were there? 2. And how many columns were there? 3. So I have written at the top row 2 by 3, or 2 into 3 you can say. Okay. Now, what is the order of any matrix represent? Order of any matrix represent the total number of elements in it, or total number of numbers in it. Like over here, 2 into 3 is what? 6. So this matrix contains total 6 elements. Okay. So just remember that order of a matrix represent the total number of elements in it, where row is written first and column is written afterwards in the product form and read as row by column. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt
Yes,
to
sir.
anybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I have written, again note, the row is written first and column afterwards while writing the order of any matrix. Just feed in your mind that it is written as row by column. Okay. Now, just a minute, somebody is wanting the entry. Okay. Now, writing a general matrix. How can we write a general matrix? Boys, sometimes it is not explained in many books I have seen, but you should know. If you know how to write a general matrix, then there will be no difficulty in understanding the matrix. If you have understood how to write a general matrix, that means you have read near about 70-80% part of our matrix. Now, if we have to write a general matrix of order 2 by 3, suppose, okay, then it will be in the shape I have given the example. First of all, what you will do, you will draw the rectangular bracket. First of all, you will draw the rectangular bracket. Okay. Then you will draw 2 horizontal lines and 3 vertical lines. They will intersect. Okay. 2 horizontal lines as I have shown and 3 vertical lines. And at the point of intersection, you have to just write everywhere the element A. Okay. At the point of intersection of these lines, just write the elements A everywhere. Okay. At the point of intersection. So suppose these are the elements A. Are you all getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you have written everywhere A, now start with the first row. If you see the first suffix, like I have written in the form of AI, if I write AIJ, I. So what is A in the first row? In the first row, that I is 1. If you see carefully, I have written A11, A12, A13. That means the first suffix I is representing row. I is row. Okay. That A11 is because the first suffix is 1, so that means this element is belonging to first row. A12 is also belonging to the first row. A13 is the element belonging to the first row. Similarly, when we start with the second row, I have written A21, A22, A23. That means the first element of the second row is what? A21. It is belonging to second row. That means all the rows, I have written the row as 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 because it is belonging to second row. Okay. Now, let us talk about the suffix J. Okay. J represents column over here. J represents column. So, if I write, like if you see the first column is A11 and A21. So the second suffix J is what? The second suffix is coming as 1. So you will write A11, A21. Then for the second one, you will write 2 and 2. For the third one, you will write 3 and 3. So overall, in case of the 2 by 3 general order matrix, you have got the elements as A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, where Aij, which I have written, is representing I is the row and J is the column. Like if you say, if I write A23, that means element of second row and third column. Element of, if I'm talking about A23, that means I'm talking about the element belonging to second row and third column. Second row and third column. Is it clear to everybody till now?
Yes, sir.
If anybody has any confusion,
Yes, sir.
ask. Okay. Or I have taken another example. Suppose we have to write a general matrix of order 3 by 2. Okay. Then how can you write general matrix of order 3 by 2? Again, you will proceed in the same manner that you will draw, because 3 by 2 means 3 rows and 2 columns. 3 rows and 2 columns means 3 horizontal lines you will draw and 2 vertical lines. Okay, 3 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. Wherever they will intersect, at all the point of intersection, you will write a general element A. Okay, and then you will proceed in the similar manner as I told you earlier. That first row you will write the suffix as in the row A11. Okay, in the first row I have written 1 and 1, the first element. Then in the second row I have written 2 and 2. Yes, beta?
Sir, what is A?
A is the element. A is any element. Okay, any element or any number. Like when you stand in the NCC, okay, then you are standing at which position? So that is representing the position of the element or the object. Whatever number of object or elements you are arranging. Okay, so
sir.
it is denoting the element. Now, when I am writing the suffix, that means I am deputing their positions also, allotting the positions also. Like A11, so first suffix is 1 and 1 because of the first row. A21, the first suffix is 2 and 2 because this is the second row. A31 and A32, the first suffix is in both the column, in both the terms 3. So because it is belonging to third row. Similarly, if I talk about the vertical lines, like A11, A21, A31, so the second suffix is 1, 1, 1 in all the cases because it is belonging to the first column. Then if I talk about the second column, it is A12, A22, A32, that means because it is belonging to the second column. So the second suffix is 2. Okay, or you can say that JS value is 2. Similarly, okay, general element is written as Aij. That is Aij where I represent row, ith row and jth column. Ith row and jth column, and element, it is read as element of ith row and jth column. Like I have written, for example, in the previous matrix, A32. A32 means it is the element of the third row. If you see carefully, it is the element of the third row and second column. Is it clear to everybody till now?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how can you construct a general matrix Aij of order 2 by 2, whose elements Aij is equal to 2i plus j? When I'm writing Aij means I'm writing the general element. Okay, means all the elements are following this particular rule. Like Aij is equal to 2i plus j. This is a rule for all the elements which is to be followed. And you have to construct a general matrix, or sometimes construct a matrix Aij, it is written. General word is not used. Okay. So, but whenever I'm using the word Aij, that means I'm talking about a general term whose, like over here, they have given a certain rule for that Aij is 2i plus j. So how can you construct? First of all, you will form a general matrix of order 2 by 2. Okay. For solving this, first of all, we will form the general matrix of order 2 by 2. Like I have told you, you will draw the two horizontal lines as it is. 2 by 2 means 2 rows and 2 columns. So 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines, and then you will form the general matrix. Like first row, you will write A11, A12, then second row A21, A22. Okay. And columns also, I have already taught that how to write the general matrix. Okay. Is it clear to everybody till now? That how can you write general matrix
Yes,
of
sir.
2 by 2? Any
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. If anybody has any confusion, then you can ask. Till now? Or you have understood everybody? Everybody has understood, beta?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, I could not understand this part, sir.
Which one?
So, for some constructing this type of matrix, sir.
Like I have told you in the previous cases also, like I have constructed the matrix of 3 by 2. Over here, how many rows are there? 2 by 2. When I have written, that means 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay. 2 rows and 2 columns. So that means I will draw the 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines as I am showing already. Okay. Two horizontal lines first and then 2 vertical lines. And the point of intersection, at the point of intersection, I will write a general element A, okay, and then I will write in the first row, that is first horizontal line, if you see A11, A12, that means the first suffix is 1 and 1. In the second row, A21, A22, the first suffix is 2 and 2. Similarly, if I talk about the first column, the elements are A11, A21. That means the second suffix in both the terms is 1 because it is belonging to what the first column. And similarly, A12 and A22. What is the second suffix in the second column? 2 and 2 because it belongs to second column. Okay. So in this manner, you can construct a matrix of order 2 by 2. Have you understood, Babali?
Yes, sir. So I understood this. Sir, how can we find out the values of the elements?
That I'm telling you, na, just now. Okay. Because now let us find the value of the elements as per the directions. Like general element is given as Aij is equal to 2i plus j. Okay. So what is the first element? A11. That means in place of I you will write 1 and in place of j. What is the value of j? 1, because we are finding the value of the first element. So and what is the rule? 2i plus j. So 2 into 1, because I is 1 and j is 2. So 2 into 1 and j plus j. J is also 1. But that means when we will solve, we will get the element of the value of the first element A11 as 3. Then for the second element A12, I have written again the rule, the same rule, Aij. What is I over here? 1 and j is 2. And the rule is 2i plus j. That means 2 into 1, that 2i. And what is the value of I? 1. That means 2 into 1 and j is simply 2. So when you will simplify, you will get the value as 4. Similarly, for the third element, that is A21. What is I over here? 2, and j is 1. That means, and the rule is 2i plus j. That means 2 into 2, because I is 2 in this case, and j is 1. So when you solve, you will get 5. And similarly, aij, the fourth element, a22. By mistake, I have written a21. It is a22. Okay. So a22 over here is I is 2, j is also 2. By mistake over here, I have written 2. 2a21, but it is a22. So I is 2 and j is also 2. So 2i plus j was the rule. So 2 into 2 plus 2, that will give you 6. So that means the required matrix a11, a12, a21, a22 is equal to what? I have written the values of these elements. A11 was what? 3. A12 was what? 4. A21 was 5. And A22 is 6. So that means 3, 4, 5, 6 of order 2 by 2 is the required matrix which they are asking about. Have you understood properly till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Okay. So, just a minute. Somebody is asking the permission. Just a minute. 1 minute. Okay, so let us start with the types of matrix now. Now, in types of matrix, first is the row matrix. A matrix having only one row is called a row matrix. For example, I have written a matrix of order 1 by 2. It is containing only one horizontal row. So it is a row matrix. And two elements, okay, in the vertical column, I have written two vertical lines. That means it is containing one horizontal line, that means one row, and two vertical lines, that is two columns. So this is a matrix of order 1 by 2. Similarly, if I take A, B, C, suppose three elements, that means one horizontal line, it is containing one row, and three vertical lines, that is three columns, so 1 by 3. And because number of rows in both the matrix which I have written is 1, so it is called a row matrix. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes,
about the
sir.
column. A column matrix is that matrix which is having only one column. Okay. Like I have written, for example, A and B. So I have written the two horizontal lines. That means it is containing two rows and one vertical line. That is one column. So order is 2 by 1. Similarly, if I write three elements A, B, C. So three horizontal lines I have represented, and these three horizontal lines represent three rows, and one vertical line represent one column. So order of this matrix is 3 by 1. So in both the cases, because number of columns is 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1, it means it is containing only one column. So it is called a column matrix. In other words, you can just remember that row matrix is that matrix which has only one row. Column matrix is that matrix which has only one column. Okay? Have you understood properly, boys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if there is a matrix with only one element, then it would be both column and row matrix.
Row matrix. Yes, huh? Bilkul. Because the first suffix is what? One by one you are using now. So it has one row. That means it is a row matrix, and one A11 means only one element. So one by one means the second only one column also. So that means it is a column matrix also. Okay. So it is both. If there is a single element in any matrix, okay, then it is both row and column. Because
So, sir,
order.
okay.
Yes.
So, sir, it is just like a number in brackets.
It is just a number. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it
Thank
clear? Now talking
Yes.
about the rectangular matrix. A matrix like a rectangle. In case of rectangular matrix is taken from the word rectangle. In which, suppose in rectangle, length and breadth are not equal. They are different. Over here, a matrix in which number of rows and number of columns are not equal. A number of rows is not equal to number of columns is called a rectangular matrix. For example, I have written there are a matrix of order 2 by 3, 2 horizontal rows and 3 vertical columns. Okay, so 2, and I have written ABC as the first row, PQR as the second row, and similarly 3 vertical columns AP, BQ, CR. So order is 2 by 3. That means 2 is not equal to 3. Number of rows are 2 and number of columns are 3. Number of rows and number of columns are not equal over here. So it is called a rectangular matrix. So always remember, if in any matrix number of rows and number of columns are not equal, it is a rectangular matrix. Talking about a square matrix. A matrix in which number of rows from the word is square, like in square, all the sides are equal. Okay, length and breadth both are equal. So over here, a square matrix is that matrix in which number of rows is equal to number of columns. Okay, just remember that number of rows and number of columns, if they are equal, that is a square matrix. And I have written the first matrix like which is containing 2 rows and 2 columns, and I have written ABCD. Okay, 2 rows and 2 columns. That means order is 2 by 2. Okay, 2 rows and 2 columns. Number of rows and number of columns are equal. Similarly, I have written like order of matrix 3 by 3. ABC, DEF, PQR. Suppose these are the 3 rows, and ADP, BEQ, CFR are the 3 columns. So this is a matrix of order 3 by 3. So always remember, a square matrix will be in the shape like like 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, okay, 1 by 1, like we were talking about the single element. So what was the order? 1 by 1, or okay, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5. Okay, so a square matrix is that matrix in which number of rows and number of columns are equal. Have you understood till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
talking about the diagonal matrix. And now from here you have to be very attentive, because now we are proceeding, okay, to the main parts. Diagonal matrix, a square matrix in which all other elements are 0 except the principal diagonal elements. Okay, and what is meant by the principal diagonal elements? Like in any square matrix, if you proceed from the top, okay, when we are drawing the diagonal, okay, and from the top left to the bottom right, okay, top left to the bottom right, then it is called the principal diagonal. Okay, like I have taken, and one thing, except the principal diagonal elements, all the other elements are 0. That is called a diagonal matrix. And diagonal matrix is a square matrix. Just remember, first word you have to remember that what is a diagonal matrix? It is a square matrix. That means it has number of rows and number of columns both equal. Now, we are talking about when we are talking using the word diagonal, that means we are talking about the principal diagonal. And principal diagonal is that diagonal which is starting from the top left, okay, from the top left hand side to the extreme bottom right hand side. Okay, like I have given you an example also. Okay, like the first case 3005. So I have encircled also what is the diagonal. I have taken 3 and 5. This is the principal diagonal because I have written in the beginning also that it is starting from the top left. And what is the top left element over here? 3. And what is the top bottom element? Okay, to the right, that is 5. So 3 and 5, these are the principal diagonal elements, and except these elements, rest of the elements are 0. Okay, so it is a example of diagonal matrix. I have taken another example, and order is 2 by 2 because it is a square matrix. I told you in the beginning it is a square matrix. Similarly, in the second case, I have written the second square matrix of order 3 by 3, in which the principal diagonal elements are what? 3, minus 5 and 11. And except these 3 diagonal elements, rest of the elements are what? 0. Okay, rest of the elements are 0. Just remember, so except these 3 elements, because rest of the elements are 0, so this is a diagonal matrix. Because it is a square matrix also, which is containing all the other elements 0 except the principal diagonal elements. Okay, have you understood, Babali?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now talking about unit or identity matrix. Unit or identity matrix, as the word itself says over here, that unit means you already know 1. Unit means 1. Or identity is also 1. So unit or identity matrix is a square matrix, or you can say it is a diagonal matrix also. Okay, in fact, you can just remember that it is a diagonal matrix. When it is a diagonal matrix, but obviously it will be a square matrix in which every principal diagonal element is 1. Like in the diagonal matrix, elements may be, except the principal diagonal elements, the rest of the elements were 0. But over here, if you add one more condition, that those principal diagonal elements are 1 only, not any other value, then that is called a unit or identity matrix. Okay, so you have to remember that unit or identity matrix is diagonal matrix. Okay, that means it will be in the shape of a square matrix only, in which all the principal diagonal elements are 1 and rest of the elements are 0. Okay, it's called a diagonal, it's called a identity matrix, like, and it is represented by the letter I. For example, I have written I 2 by 2. Over here, I have written the order of the matrix below. Okay, so I 2 by 2 means it is the identity matrix of order 2 by 2. So I have written 1 0 0 1. You have to just remember that identity matrix or unit matrix of order 2 by 2 is 1 0 0 1, except the principal diagonal elements. Okay, the rest of the elements are 0. Similarly, I have written the identity matrix of order 3 by 3. Okay, so 3 by 3 means 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. All the principal diagonal elements are 1 and rest of the elements are 0. Okay, so this is called a identity or unit matrix of order 3 by 3. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just remember, okay, these are generally used. Identity matrix or unit matrix of order 2 by 2, 1 0 0 1, and identity or unit matrix of order 3 by 3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. It is basically used also. Now, talking about the 0 or null matrix. From the word it is clear, null matrix, null is also 0, 0 is already 0. So it is any matrix. It may be square matrix, it may be rectangular matrix. So I've written a general word, a matrix in which all the elements are 0 is called a null matrix. Like for example, I've written first case, a matrix of order 1 by 3. It is, and in which all the elements are 0 because it is containing one row, okay, that is one horizontal line and three vertical lines. So 0, 0, 0, 1 by 3. And similarly, I've written the null matrix of order 3 by 2. Okay, it is containing 3 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines, and all the elements are 0. So it is a null matrix of order 3 by 2. Similarly for 3 by 3 also. Okay, so null matrix is that matrix in which all the elements are 0. Okay, it may be a square matrix, it may be a rectangular matrix also. Now talking about the transpose of a matrix. Okay, transpose of a matrix is that matrix which is obtained on interchanging its rows and columns. Okay, like for example, I have written if A is any matrix in which of order 2 by 3, because in the first row, what are the elements? A, B, C. In the second row, what are the elements? P, Q, R. And A, P or B, Q is the second column, C, R is the third column. Okay. Then A raised power T, I've written it represent transpose of matrix A. AT represent what? Transpose of matrix A. Will be what? If you interchange the position of rows and columns, means the first row, which was ABC, in this matrix, that is transpose of A, it is the first column, ABC. If you see vertical line, first vertical line is what? ABC. And similarly, in the first case, PQR was the second row. And in this case, I have interchanged this second row as second column. So PQR is the second column. So if you have noticed that what was the order in the beginning of matrix A? 2 by 3. And in transpose of matrix A, the order is also reversed. The row will become column and column will become rows. It is 2 by 3 in the first case, and now it is in the transpose column. What is the order of the matrix? 3 by 2. So you have just interchanged the rows and columns. The row will become column, and when the matrix obtained will be called transpose of that matrix. Have you understood properly till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If anybody has any doubt, boys, you can ask. Okay. Now talking about equality of matrices. Two matrices are said to be equal if their orders are equal or same. Okay, if their orders are equal or same, then you can equate their corresponding elements. Like if I say, sorry, the two matrices are equal, equality, because the word equality means what? That they are equal, and equal when their orders are same, at the same time elements are also same, means the two matrices exactly same. Okay, they are called equal. If I have given one example, if matrix A is what? A, B, C, D, and this is of order 2 by 2, and matrix B is also A, B, C, D. That means all the corresponding elements are also same, and order is also same. In both the cases, order is also 2 by 2, means they are exactly same. Then matrix A is called equal to matrix B, or A is equal to B. So just remember that whenever any two matrices have the same order and all the corresponding elements are also equal, that means they are called equal matrix. Okay, have you understood till now? Any
Yes,
confusion,
sir.
boys?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
You have to remember, I have written in the note column that if two matrices are already given equal, okay, when equal to sign is there in between the two matrices, that means the two matrices are already given equal, then we can equate their corresponding elements. Like example, the first case, if the first matrix, I have not written the order, but you will write. What is the order of the first matrix? 2 by 2, because it is containing 2 rows and 2 columns. And similarly, for the second, it is also the matrix of order 2 by 2. Have you understood? So because equal to sign is there, so we will equate the corresponding elements just to find the value of the unknown term. Like the first matrix, what is the first element? X minus 2. And in the second matrix, it is the first element is 7. So I have equated x minus 2 is equal to 7. And I got the value of x as 9. Similarly, when I have compared in the second row, first element, okay, 5 is equal to z plus 2. 5 is equal to z plus 2. So I have got the value of z as 3. Because 5 minus 2 is 3. And similarly, when I have equated the element, fourth element, that is y plus 5 is equal to 9. I have got value of y as 4. So you can equate the corresponding elements when the two matrices are equal. And means equal to sign is there. That means it is already given that matrices are equal. Okay. And they must have the same order also. Like in this example, the order of both the matrices is what? 2 by 2. Is it clear to everybody till now?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now talking about addition and subtraction of matrices. Addition or subtraction of matrices, just remember this thing in your mind, that it is possible only if their orders are same or equal. Okay. Addition or subtraction is possible in only one condition, when their orders are equal. If the orders are different, if the orders of any two matrices are different, then straightforward you can write that matrix addition or subtraction, whatever is given in the question, is not possible. If their orders are different, then they cannot be added or subtracted. You have to write. Okay. If they have the same order, they can be added or subtracted. Okay. Like I have given the example also. If A is equal to 5, 7, 9 and minus 6. This is the matrix of order 2 by 2. And the second matrix is 9, 10, minus 2 and minus 5. So this is the matrix of order 2 by 2. That means the order of the first two matrices A and B are same. That means if we can add them or we can subtract them. Like I have added A plus B. So what I have done, I have added their corresponding elements. I have added their corresponding elements. Okay, like the first element is in the first matrix 5 and in the second matrix 9. So I have written 5 plus 9. 7 plus 10. This is the second element. 9 plus minus 2 is the second matrix of the element of the second matrix. And similarly, the fourth element is minus 6 plus minus 5. And afterwards, it implies that the sum of these two matrices is A plus B will be 14, 17, 7, minus 11 after solving this. Similarly, if I have to subtract, suppose A minus B, that means I will write the matrix A first and then put a minus sign and matrix B afterwards because it is A minus B. And now we will subtract the corresponding elements because their orders are same. That means matrix subtraction is also possible. So I have subtracted 5 minus 9, 7 minus 10, and the third element 9 minus 2. Okay, and fourth element minus 6 minus 5. When you will simplify, then you will get A minus B as minus 4, minus 3, 11 and minus 1 after simplifying. Okay, like 5 minus 9 is minus 4, 7 minus 10 is minus 3, 9 minus 2, minus and minus will make it plus, so 9 plus 2 will be 11. Okay, and similarly, suppose here in this case only we have to find B minus A instead of A minus B. That means we have to write the second matrix first, that is B, and matrix A will be written afterwards. B minus A you are doing. So I have written A afterwards. So in this case, if I find B minus A, that means the corresponding elements will be subtracted. 9 minus 5, okay, 10 minus 7, minus 2 minus 9, and minus 5 minus 6. Okay, so you will get the value as 4, 3, minus 11 and 1. Have you understood this properly till now, boys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us start with the multiplication of a matrix by scalar. By scalar, multiplication of matrix by scalar. What is meant by scalar? A scalar means a constant quantity. Okay, like it can be in the form of any variable also. It can be formed in the form of any real number also. Okay, like you can take x, y, z, k, or minus 9 or minus 1, 1 by 3, k by 2, r by 7, simply r. Okay, in any shape, like 1 by 3 also, 5 by 2, okay, or k. All these constant quantities, because the values will not change. K will remain k only, 9 will remain 9 only, minus 1 will remain minus 1 only, 1 by 3 will remain 1 by 3. So these are constant terms. So, and these constant quantities are called scalar. Okay, and how can you multiply? And each element is multiplied by the scalar term in case of multiplication of matrix by scalar. For example, I have written if 3a is equal to 9, 6, minus 27 and 5. Find matrix A. So value of 3a means it is written 3 into a is equal to 9, 6, minus 27 and 5. So a is equal to what? This 3 on bringing it in the right hand side, it will come in the form of reciprocal. So 1 by 3. Okay, because if you do the cross multiplication, then again it will become 3. So 1 by 3 is outside the matrix, and matrix is written afterwards. Okay, 9, minus 27, 6 and 5. Okay, so I've told you whenever you are multiplying any matrix by scalar, what is the scalar over here? 1 by 3. So you have to multiply, just multiply all the elements of the given matrix by that scalar term which is written outside. Okay, so it is 9 into 1 by 3, minus 27 into 1 by 3, 6 into 1 by 3, 5 into 1 by 3. I have multiplied all the terms by 1 by 3. That was the scalar. So I have got finally the matrix A as 3, minus 9, 2 and 5 by 3. Okay. Suppose outside in place of 1 by 3, it was K. It was K. So what is the matrix we will get in that case? 9K, minus 27K, 6K and 5K. Okay. If a scalar would have been K. So just any constant term which is written outside, okay, the matrix with a multiplication sign, that constant term is multiplied by all the elements inside the matrix, and the matrix obtained, okay, is called multiplication of a matrix by a scalar, because you are multiplying the matrix by a scalar. Have you understood properly till now, boys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have to remember a few things.
Yes, sir.
That, you have to remember about few things. Like in the first case, I have written note: addition of matrices is commutative. Addition of matrices is commutative. That is A plus B. Suppose A is any matrix and B is another matrix. So if you add A plus B or B plus A, then result will be unaltered, or it will remain same. It will not change. Okay, but I am not writing about subtraction. I have written addition. Addition of matrices is commutative. Okay, it may be in the case like I have taken the 3 matrices A, B, C. It is associative also. You have read about all these properties of in case of real numbers, like in class 6, 7 and 8 also, that is closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, identity inverse, okay, about all these type of properties. But you have to remember over here that in case of matrix addition, okay, addition of matrices is commutative, means if you add the matrix in any manner, like you have written A plus B or B plus A, you will get the same result. And similarly, addition of matrices is associative also. Like A, B, C are suppose the three matrices, and you have added the first A and B first, and then that result obtained with the matrix, third matrix C. And if you take, suppose the addition of the B and C first, okay, like B plus C together, and you have added to the matrix A, then also the result will be same. So you can say that addition of matrices is associative also, and addition of matrices is commutative also. Okay, have you understood properly? Any confusion? To anybody, boys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Okay. Now, talking about additive identity. I was talking about additive identity. So, from the word additive identity, if any matrix is added to a null matrix, okay, or zero matrix of the same order, if any matrix is added to a null matrix or zero matrix of the same order, okay, then the matrix remains unchanged. Matrix remains unchanged, because if suppose 0 is added to any element, then the value of element remains the same. If I write 5 plus 0, 5 will remain 5 only. Okay, minus 7 plus 0. If you add 0 to any element, then value of the element remains unaltered. So the matrix over here, the matrix remains unchanged and unaltered, and null matrix. So null matrix is called the additive identity in matrices. What is the additive identity? Additive identity is that matrix in which is not making any difference on addition. And in case of addition of the matrices, if you add null matrix to any matrix of the same order, it is not going to make any difference. Like I have given one example, like I have written the matrix of order 2 by 2, 3, 5, 7, 2. And second matrix is the null matrix of the same order, 0, 0, 0, 0. If I add these two, then you will get what? The same matrix. 3, like what will the element? 3 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 7 plus 0, 2 plus 0. So you will get finally the matrix 3, 5, 7, 2. Or if I reverse the order also, 0, 0, 0, 0, and plus I will write the matrix 3, 5, 7, 2, then also the value of the matrix remains unaltered. So over here, 0, 0, 0, 0 is the additive identity. Just remember, what is the additive identity? 0 is the additive identity, because it is not going to make any difference on adding it to the matrix of the same order. Okay, is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just remember that it is the additive identity. Now, talking about the inverse. Just a minute. Okay, talking additive inverse. Additive inverse of any matrix is the matrix obtained by multiplying the given matrix by the opposite sign. Okay, like additive inverse of A. Okay, sorry, adding. Okay, like not multiplying, it is the matrix obtained by multiplying the given matrix by the opposite sign. It is absolutely correct, multiplying only. Okay, because additive, like I have given one example, additive inverse of matrix A is equal to what? Minus A. Minus A means I am multiplying it by minus 1. I am multiplying the given matrix by minus 1. Additive inverse. Like what is the, you have read in the previous classes also, boys, that if you add the matrix, okay, if suppose any real number is suppose 2. What should be added to 2 in order to bring it, okay, to 0? So in 2, what are you adding? Minus 2. Okay, the same number with the opposite sign. So when you add the 2, you will get the result 0. So over here, if you add A and minus A, the result will be 0. In case of matrices, it is a matrix, okay. Additive inverse of any matrix is the matrix obtained by multiplying the given matrix by the opposite sign. Additive inverse of matrix A is minus A. Like for example, I have written if A is equal to 3, minus 5, minus 11 and 7, then additive inverse will be minus A. Minus A means minus 1. I have written minus sign outside. That means I am multiplying with a minus 1. And it is just the shape of multiplication of the matrix by scalar. So if I multiply all the elements by minus 1, okay, then 3 into minus 1, minus 5 into minus 1, minus 11 into minus 1, 7 into minus 1. That means I will get the additive inverse of matrix A as minus 3, 5, 11 and minus 7. That means all the elements of additive inverse of A are the same but with the opposite sign. And if I add the two, okay, that is the additive inverse and matrix A, which matrix I will get? I will get a null matrix. That is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Have you understood what is the meaning of additive inverse?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir.
confusion? Okay. Now talking about solving matrix equation. Talking about solving matrix equation, let A and B be the two matrices of the same order. Okay. Just remember that if there are two matrices of the same order, like A plus X is equal to B, okay, where X is unknown matrix of the same order, then you can write just like a normal equation when we'll solve. Okay, X is unknown, so X is equal to what? B minus A. And remember, you are solving the matrix equation, so all the three matrices, okay, should be of the same order. Like over here, I have written, for example, if A is equal to A, B, C, D, this is the matrix of order 2 by 2. B is P, Q, R, S of order 2 by 2. Find matrix X such that A plus X is equal to B. X is the matrix of the same order. So what I have written, A plus X is equal to B, or X is equal to B minus A. Okay. So X is equal to, in place of B, I have written the or matrix B, that is PQRS, and in place of A, I have written ABCD, and then subtracted their corresponding elements, P minus A, Q minus B, R minus C, S minus D. So I have got the matrix X, which was unknown. Okay. And have you understood this, Pamali, that how can you find matrix X?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So till here, I will continue with the matrix part, okay, on Monday, because tomorrow will be off. So on Monday, I will be continuing with the matrix multiplication. Okay. But just now, I have given the assignment. I have given you the assignment, which is comprising only of 9 questions. Okay. Like I have written question number 9 at the top, but starting from question number 1, construct a 3 by 2 order matrix whose elements Aij is equal to Aij, okay, by Aij is equal to 3i minus j. I have already given you the example. How can you proceed? Okay. Then question number 2, construct a general matrix of order 4 by 3, okay, whose elements Aij is equal to 3i minus 4j upon 7. That is, this is the rule for all the elements of this matrix of order 4 by 3. Then question number 3, solve the matrix equation 2, 1, 5, 0 minus 3x is equal to minus 7, 4, 2 and 6. Question number 4, if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, minus 2, 5 and 7 and 2A minus 3B is equal to a matrix 4, 5, minus 9, minus 1, 2 and 3, then you have to find the matrix B. And question number 5, find the values of P and Q. Okay, the two matrices are given with the equal to sign. It is very, very simple. You have to just equate the corresponding elements. You will get the value of PQR. Okay, P and Q, sorry. And question number 6, find the matrix C which satisfies A plus B plus C equal to 0. A plus B plus C equal to 0, where A is the given matrix 1, 2, 3, minus 1, and B is equal to 3, 2, minus 2, and 4. Okay, you have to find the matrix C. That means C will be what? C is equal to, like A plus B plus C equal to 0. So C is equal to what? Minus A minus B. Okay, that means you have to proceed like that, and then you will find the matrix C. After getting the value of C, also find 2A minus 3B plus 4C. You have to multiply the matrix A by the scalar 2, matrix B by the scalar minus 3, okay, and similarly C by 4. And then you have to simplify. Question number 7, if A is a given matrix like 2, 0, minus 3, 1, B is equal to minus 2, 4, 3 and 1, find matrix X such that 3A plus 4X is equal to 5B. And then question number 8, I've written if 3 outside, okay, and 5, 6, 2X minus second matrix is 8Y08 is equal to 7, 8, 6, 7. You have to find the value of X and Y from this equation, matrix equation. And afterward, I have written the last question, that is question number 9. Show that cos theta outside the rectangular bracket, okay, and inside the bracket I have written cos theta, sin theta, minus sin theta, cos theta plus sin theta, and inside the bracket sin theta minus cos theta, sin theta is equal to, okay, like over in the first case, in the first bracket, what is cos theta? Cos theta is the scalar, okay, because it is written outside the bracket, okay, so it is a scalar. So that means this term cos theta is to be multiplied by all the terms inside the bracket, okay, that is inside the matrix. So like first element is cos theta into cos theta, second element is, okay, sin theta into cos theta, similarly third is cos theta into minus sin theta, then fourth is cos theta into cos theta. So similarly you will proceed, and when you will find the sum of these two matrices is equal to the identity matrix of order 2 by 2, and you already know identity matrix of order 2 by 2. Okay, so in this manner, boys, you have to proceed, and this is the assignment for today. So have you understood everything till now, boys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will continue with the class on this. That is, I will continue with the matrix multiplication, and it will play an important role, and because of less span of time now, so I'm just leaving because I have to conduct the class for the other section also. Okay, so I hope that you will do these 9 questions, simple questions, and submit the assignment of the Google Classroom. Okay, so that's all, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Leave the meeting, boys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, beta. Just leave the meeting, boys. Okay.